Hello, beautiful Scorpio, and welcome to your reading for this month of November 2025. Today I will be drawing your cards from the Crystal Magic Tarot, and then I will be closing your reading off, oh my goodness, with an oracle message from the Magical Spirit Oracle. So yeah, wow. There are some messages that want to get out here. The cards were jumping from my hand, Scorpio. So let's just grab one more. I'll take what's on the bottom, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Huge amount of sword energy in here at the moment. So if you do have a person in mind while you're seeking guidance, you could be dealing with an air sign, a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini this month, Scorpio. But overall, I feel like this is your month. It might not be the month that you win the lotto or step into full success, but this is your month. You've had some pretty ratty months lately, and this month really feels like a spark trying to relight, after a long period of some serious mental or emotional burnout. Yeah, you're coming back to yourself. It's been a bit of a process, a bit of process of just wandering through that smoke and clearing the rubble. But I mean, you're starting off this reading with the Ace of Wands, the big yes from the universe. It's that spark, that new passion, new life force. Yeah, maybe creative inspiration is coming through for you this month, Scorpio. Things are starting to finally stir again in the right way, the right kind of stirring. For some of you, this could be, a new idea, maybe a new inspiration for a completely different career path, or a new project, a new attraction that feels super, super exciting, but for some reason fragile at the same time, Scorpio. Like something that's just beginning to take form, like a calf born in winter. I don't know if any of you get that. It's springtime here and a lot of the calves are being born and they're very, very fragile, but this feels like a calf born in winter. It's amazing. You don't see it every day. It's a miracle of life, but you just realize how very young and precious and new and fragile this is that's coming towards you. So I feel like Spirit's saying that this is your ignition point, this is your spark plug. You don't need to have everything mapped out just yet, you just need to say yes. You just need to say yes of the pull of something that finally makes you feel alive. Oh, sorry, I got a little bit excited about that one, but showing up in what you need to release this month, you've got the Justice card, and it's showing that it's definitely time to let go of constantly trying to make everything make sense or constantly trying to make everything fair. You guys might have been really stuck in some cycles or some memory loops, just waiting for closure on a situation or some karmic payback for something that you invested in. You might have been waiting for somebody to really step up and, own their part in something that went down in the past. But I feel like this month, Spirit's just saying you don't need their apology. You don't need that payback this month to move on. Through the last few months and that madness that you have been through, the universe has already shown you what you needed to see. Balance is returning, life is returning, and I think your part now is acceptance and just learning to emotionally detach in a good sense from that situation so that you can really move on. Your strength this month, Scorpio, you have the Two of Swords, so it's your calm in chaos, this card, and that's definitely a Scorpio trait. It's your ability to really really holds stillness when things are uncertain or when things are a little bit crazy. You don't really rush decisions, even when you're under pressure. So it's just saying you've got this really awesome, quiet power in knowing when to wait until things feel right. And I feel like that's what you have been doing. Even if, there was an air of frustration or hardship or depression behind it in the last few months, you know when the time to strike is. And I feel like this month, if you're not feeling it already, this is the time to strike. It's like you're standing at a crossroads with your eyes closed. You don't have to see the next step. You'll feel it. You'll choose that road to go down. So yeah, trust the inner pause that you've been in and know that you really can harness that ability to take that pause again if you need it. Because showing up in your fears this month, Scorpio, is the Seven of Swords in reverse. And I kind of feel like this is the fear of being done over again, the fear of being deceived again, or of trusting the wrong people again. So it's a fear of repeating the same mistakes that ended up sending you into that really dark place to begin with. And yeah, you have been burned. I'm sure it wasn't the first time that you've been burned. You've been burnt before, or betrayed or manipulated, and now you've got this bit of an instinct that urges you to double check everyone's motives before you let down your guard with them. And yeah, I really feel this month, Scorpio, that you can trust yourself now, and that's a really good start. You can 100% trust yourself now. You've learned to see through the fog. You've learnt patience. You've learnt release. You've learnt discernment. And you've got a really good knack of reading people, Scorpio. I say that time and time again, but I think you, of all signs, can see people in a way that most people can't. And if that intuition did fail you before, then you might be kind of beating yourself up, like really not trusting your intuition, really doubting yourself or your ability to be able to see those red flags again. But yeah, don't doubt yourself. You can trust yourself now. You're safe. You're safe to rebuild connection. You're safe to rebuild situations. It doesn't mean you have to lose your vigilance. Keep your vigilance, but don't let it stop you from moving forward. See it for what it is. And with the Ace of Wands showing up there and the Justice card, you are going to see these self-protection mechanisms for what they are. And you will easily be able to find what's actually serving you and what's not. I don't really have a lot of worries for you this month, Scorpio. We can finish the reading now. You'll be great. No, look, we're going to move on to what you have to celebrate this month. So you've got the Four of Swords in reverse. You're waking back up, Scorpio. You're waking back up after, a really long rest, whether it was an emotional rest or a spiritual rest, or your heart was resting, or you were hiding in your cave, just trying to kind of regroup after something really, really crappy happened. Maybe you've been healing, isolating, withdrawing for survival, but you have been taking that pause, and now the energy is returning, the light is coming back into your life, the blood is starting to pump back through your system. So what you need to celebrate is that you are ready. You're ready again to move, to live. Yes, so your closing card for this month of November, Scorpio, is the Five of Coins. And Five of Coins is, it's just that little echo. So when everything's changing and everything's amazing, I feel like because you did spend so long in that cave, or so long in your own company, or so long really picking apart yourself and a certain situation and learning from that, that it is still going to linger. You know, you've seen too much, you've felt too much, you've learnt too much. And the Five of Coins is, yeah, it's kind of that ship on the horizon that just faintly says you're lonely, or you're going to be hurt, or you're going to be left out, or you're not enough, or you'll never have enough. You know, it's just those echoes of fears, or echoes of those shadow sides that you learnt about yourself and the world over the last few months in your darkness. But it's not next to you. I hope this makes sense. It is on the horizon. It's a very small ship on the horizon. It's a very small voice, which sounds a lot bigger because of the echo, Scorpio. So you're not actually alone. You're not actually useless. You know, you're not going to be left out or unsupported. Help and opportunity are nearby, and things are coming in quickly. New, healthy things this month. But, you know, you do have to reach out. You do have to open that door and allow that to come in and ask for what you need. Yeah, because this pride and this belief in what's just and what's right and what you deserve, it doesn't protect you at all. I think being vulnerable protects you. Knowing that pause, knowing when to move with grace and integrity on a really grounded level protects you. Yeah. Things are happening this month, Scorpio, okay? Great, wonderful, amazing things are happening for you this month. And you will hear that guy. You will hear that guy in the quietest of nights or in your weakest of times, but see it as a part of you. Our fears, our darknesses, our worries, they're a part of us, but they don't have to control us. So let it have its say. And then you just keep focusing on this. You've got it. This is going to be an amazing month. Sorry, what did I do? So I'm going to draw you an oracle card from the Magical Spirit Oracle to close off this reading. Ooh. So we have the Seeker, an absolutely beautiful card, Scorpio. Could you surrender just a little bit more? This one is all about release, you know. It's about finally having clarity. It's about tapping into your inner spirit. Could you release just a little bit more? Could you let down the guard, the hesitation, the not trusting your intuition, or going a little bit too full ham on seeing people's red flags? Could you release that just a little bit more? Could you release this situation? The situation that left you hard done by, left you trapped in the past, just waiting to be relieved, to be apologized to be reimbursed from this situation. Can you release that just a little bit more? And this, the fear, the self-doubt, the beating yourself up, can you release that just a little bit more? Can you surrender just a little bit more? And move into release, because yeah, the world's opening back up for you this month, Scorpio. Life is opening back up for you. I really hope it's an amazing month for you. I really do. I really enjoyed that reading. So thanks for listening. Oh my goodness. If it did resonate with you, if you felt like that was your reading, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave me a comment down below in the comment box, and yeah, let me know how life is just coming through for you for November in all the ways that you've missed and all of the ways that you cherish. As always, I'm sending you all of the love and all of the light and all of the good things for this month, and I will speak to you soon.